Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It does help the YouTube algorithm, and ultimately it'll boost up our channel. Thank you for your help. Breathe. I want you to think about this statement here. Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit." I want you to think about this for a moment though. In order for you to be excellent at something, you have to be able to be willing to be a master, let's say. And so this master, I love this statement, has to be putting in a minimum of 10,000 hours in order for them to become a master. But do you think that those 10,000 hours equate 10,000 hours of successfully doing that thing with excellence every time? No. But to be excellent, it requires your time, it requires your consistency, and it requires failure. Some of you are just afraid of failure. You're afraid to flop in front of people. And I don't mean like LeBron James. I'm talking about failing, falling, trying something with the ability and the possibility that this might not even work as well as you thought. See, in life, you will make mistakes. In life, you will fail. In life, you will not always succeed. But these moments are what are going to build you and to help you to become exactly who you need to be in this world. You see, the fall is the greatest thing possible for you. If everything was handed to you on a silver platter, or if you never made any mistakes, or if, let's just say you were great at everything, there would be nothing for you to pursue mentally. Nothing. Everything would just come easy. But you have to remember, the greatest people in this world failed. They failed in something. Michael Jordan, he failed, let's say, because he didn't make it even to his sophomore team. He was cut from his sophomore team, the tryouts. Became one of the greatest, if not arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. Oprah Winfrey, think about this for a moment. She was told at the age of 23, as she was being fired, that she is not fit for TV. Al Gore, one of the leaders when it comes to climate change. And yet he got a D in natural sciences during college. Went on to be a vice president. Richard Branson, 16 years old when he's dropped out of high school. And the statistics pretty much show that about 75% of those who drop out of high school willingly, they either end up in prison or they're not doing much for their lives. His teacher told him, you will either become a prisoner or you'll become a millionaire. Richard Branson, as we know, is worth $6 billion, not 6 million. You see, they didn't allow the failure to defeat them. They didn't allow it to mess with their mindset. In fact, it was an opportunity for them to shift and to move to the direction. Because imagine now, Oprah Winfrey, the Oprah Winfrey, decided to allow that moment to define her. I am not fit for TV. Imagine Michael Jordan decided to say, you know what, I'm not fit for basketball. We would lose out on greatness. And I believe that because of the fears that are going through your mind, and because you believe that some of the things that are being said about you are real, we are missing out on your greatness. I want you to say with me, I am not defeated. Say it a little bit louder. I am not defeated. I don't even care if you're near someone. Listen, say I am not defeated, because guess what? You may lose battles, but the war is not done. You have to keep fighting. You have to keep moving forward, because without you, we are missing out on something amazing that the world needs because of you. I want you to shoot past the stars, because I believe that when you are stifling yourself due to other people's opinions or due to other people's concepts of what they think your life should be, I believe that you are also holding back a blessing that other people need to have through your life. But when you fall, I need you to understand one important thing. I need you to give yourself grace. I need you to understand that your fall is part of your journey. The failures that you're going through right now are part of your journey. We learn from our mistakes. We learn from our failures. In fact, typically we learn more from our failures than we learn from our successes. It's easy to see our successes and be like, oh man, this is amazing. This is what I did right. This is what I was able to do in order for me to move forward. But most people learn best from what they are able to fall from. And hopefully what we do from that moment is, okay, how do I not fall again? But I know it's hard to rewire our mind because we were taught that failing is bad. If you get an F, or you know what, if you didn't make that shot, or whatever the case may be, we were taught that failing was bad. But how can I know where to go if I haven't experienced some sort of level of failure? Something where I know, okay, you know what? I messed up here. How can I now move forward from this position? It builds grit. It builds tenacity. It builds a mentality. Man, where you're in a pit and nothing could stop you from climbing out of that. But I believe that once you understand that this next phase that I'm going to speak on is important, I think there's no way that success is not at your grasp. You see, your failure is temporary. But guess what? So is your success. I want to tell you something. Rory Vaden, he said that success is never owned. Success is never owned. It's only rented, and rent is due every day. I heard that and I'll never forget that feeling. Success is never owned. Success is only rented, and rent is due every day. Vaden says that to fully ingrain this principle, simply replace the word success with whatever it is that's important to you. Financial security is not owned, it's only rented, and the rent is due every day. Physical health is never owned. It is only rented, and rent is due every day. A great business is never owned. A happy marriage is never owned. A great relationship, creative inspiration is never owned. It is only rented, and rent is due every day. You see, success is only a byproduct of your day-to-day output, of what you're willing to give every single day. You see, some of us, you're smart with it, right? Because some of your success, technically, it's been exponential. And so through that, you're accumulating time and time of invested time so much that success is just coming towards you, even if you don't work. But until we get to that place where things are just coming to us even while we sleep, we got to be willing to put in the work. We got to be willing to go through the failures. We have to be willing to go through these moments in our journeys where not everything is fun, but you know what? We're able to move forward because we know what we want to see and we know what we want to accomplish, which is the betterment or the amelioration of the world, our lives, our families, and those around us. You see, the fall humbles you. That failure humbles you. It's an experience that nothing else will ever give you. Nothing else will ever be able to help you to feel. But some people, through those moments, man, that either gives them a hunger to push past and to move forward with life, or sometimes we wither. And we have to decide, who are we going to be? Are we going to be hungry and chase our dreams, no matter what the case may be, no matter what the failure or the fall that we've experienced? Or are we going to wither away just because of the mere fact that someone told us or something happened to push us down? I'll never forget one of my favorite quotes. It says, the righteous man falls 7 times but gets up 8 times. But the man of wickedness falls into calamity. He gets down and never gets up. Think about that person in your life who fell down and never got up. But the question is that person you? You see, what I want you to know, though, is that the fail is a part of the journey. The sucky parts are a part of the journey. The fall is a part of the journey, but so is the rise. You see, some baby birds are kicked out of the nest only in order for them to learn how to fly. And they may fall many times, and they might not necessarily get it the first time. They might not get it the 10th time, but there's gonna be a time where they rise and they're able to fly. I need you to understand that you will rise if you so choose. Your fall literally helps you to learn how to rise. And I see you right now, your heart is thumping. Your mind is running, wondering how to execute that vision, that idea that you're thinking about. And you're thinking to yourself, how can I truly achieve this? Do I have what it takes? The question I really want to ask you today is, what kind of pain do you want to experience? Do you want to experience the pain of sweat, blood, and tears? The pain of going through this journey, toilsome and pushing hard as much as you can in order for you to reach that destination, to reach that goal, to reach past the stars? Or do you want to feel the pain of regret? The pain of knowing how great your ideas in your mind was to even come up with something as this. And the pain to say you never saw it come to fruition. Les Brown once said that the graveyard is the richest place on the earth, because it is here that you will find all the hopes and dreams that were never fulfilled, the books that were never written, the songs that were never sung, the inventions that were never shared, the cures that were never discovered, all because someone was too afraid to take that first step, keep with the problem, or determined to carry out their dream. Will you allow the graveyard to consume your greatest dreams? You see, with all due respect, I need you to rise. The world needs you to rise. There's something that you have to bring to the table that can possibly change the very scope of this world. But you have to embrace the fall. Learn from it, grow from it, embrace it. Don't let it become you, but allow for it to be an opportunity for you to learn and grow to be your greatest self. When you go through these moments in your life where the tears are rolling down your face, well, it feels that the battle is just too hard, where it feels like, you know what, you don't have much to give left. I just want you to remember, the harder the difficulty, would very much well be the greater the purpose for your life. And so dry your tears, block out the negativity, envision your greatest future. And now I want you to rise, because it's time for you to elevate.